gonna have some loud music. Anyway, it's Monday, the day after the race, and I decided instead of writing posts, I'm just gonna talk about my experience, and maybe you'll get a more of a personal feel out of it. Sometimes when I write, I'll put it through AI and it comes off weird, or people think I'm a jerk or whatnot, but that's not how I am. Anyway, I went to Hungryland. Going into the race, I was 100% confident I was going to get 100 miles. There was no concerns. Now, I had some bigger goals to run 9 laps, and that was kind of a concern in 22 hours. And honestly, I was pretty sure I could do that too. I was pretty confident going in from my performance at Cross Florida 200. I felt like I'm dialed in. I figured out what works for me best. Yeah, so after Forgotten Florida, I stayed pretty clean eating, but I lost a lot of weight. I got sick, and I really did. I lost like 20 something pounds, and I was down to like 140 something. So I started eating a lot of peanuts. I did have some French fries like a week before the race. I was eating tons of peanuts to try to gain weight. And race day, I was 165, so I gained all the weight back. But my guts were still a little like, from all the peanuts and some of the carbs I ate like 5 days before the race. But anyway, it wasn't horrible. Went in the race. I drove down there Friday night about 9 o'clock at night, got there at 1 in the morning, and I pulled off the side of the road and got like a 2-hour shut-eye kind of nap thing. Not really. I was still awake. But then I went over to the site at 4 a.m. and set up my tent and stuff, so I didn't have to worry about it. And I got back in the truck and slept till about 6:45. And it wasn't sleeping, but I'm resting. I'm not moving. My eyes are closed, so it's good enough. That's all I really need. I don't sleep a whole lot anyway. Got in the race, started the race. I walked my first interval. So the first, I think it was 2, maybe 6 minutes I walked, and I was dead last. And then I started my intervals and felt really good. It was nice and cool. So I was doing a 2-minute run and 1-minute walk. And on the 2 minutes, I was between 8 and 8:30 pace for probably the first 15 miles, I'm guessing. And it's not that it got tough. It started to warm up, and I just played it smart. So the later it got in the morning, the slower I slowed down. And then by like noon, I was running 11 paces, but that was on purpose because I know the heat to get to me, and that's might have a factor in all my issues along with the carbs. But now I don't think, after running that race, I don't think heat's a factor really, as long as I don't overdo it. But I think the heat and the carb mixture is what really blows my stomach up. So. But anyway, I did a 2-1 for, I don't know, 8 laps. Musso showed up on lap 5, around 7 o'clock. And we were right at 60-something miles, and he jogged me around that joker like probably around 9:30, 10 pace with the walks. I think he had like a 10:30 average for his whole run. He did run a couple miles real fast, so we might have been a little slower, but not much. He worked me in the next lap. I was feeling it a little bit, but I was like, well, I'll take it easy because Nate was coming for lap 7. So the next lap, I was pretty slow. I think that might have been my slowest one in the 100. Would have been lap 6. Then Nate showed up, and then he did a perfect job of pacing me. I mean, Mike did too, but, I needed Nate there to not go too hard, not too soft. He kept me just right. If I wanted him to go a little faster, I tell him to speed up. I usually just get behind somebody and just tell him what to do. And that's basically what happened. He brought me into the 100 miler at 21 1:38, which is like a 4-hour and 30-minute PR on my 100-miler. I also I had like 101 when it crossed the line, so my watch clicked over at like 21:26. So for me, I got under 21:30. I'm happy. And then the plan was to get 22-hour 100 and then take a 2-hour nap. So I got there at 21:38. I really didn't take a nap, but I laid down, threw a cover on, and got to just let my body relax and for probably 2 hours and 15 minutes. And probably 2, because it was probably a half hour before we even got to it. So got to laying down. I just kind of got up and went and changed my clothes, got freshened up a little bit, cleaned up, and Aaron was ready to pace me. And he jumped in and he jugged me around that joker, but we got it done. The first lap was great. I think the first 10 miles, we were running probably like 10:30, 11 pace, like average. And we were still doing a 2:1. In the second half of that lap, it started to warm up and we slowed down a little bit, but not much. And then we come in, took a good 20-30 minute break. I finally went to the restroom. I mean, I peed 7,000 times, but I never really went to the bathroom, so it was time. And we had one lap to go, and I sucked. It got hot again, and it was rough. I mean, my body was all right. I was just fatigued and tired. I mean, I've been going for 30 hours, and I never really let up. I mean, we took some big breaks, but when I was out there, I was either running or walking. But that last lap, we reverted to a 1:1. I didn't like that. Maybe it was just because it was so damn hot, and I thought it was taking too long, but I don't know. It wasn't my favorite. Could have just been, it was, 115 to 130 miles, whatever. But after we finished, sat down for 20 minutes, and I was loading the truck fine. I woke up this morning, I'm stiff. But the only thing that really is bothering me is, and it's not even that bad now, it's kind of loosened up. I went for like a mile walk and I'm fine. I actually could probably run, but I'm not. Where my Achilles and my heel meet, that's really sore, and all my ankles. That course, I don't know. It's like, it's flat, but it's rough. It's just trash service roads ate up by hogs, or swamp bottom that's dried out. If you want a challenge, that's the spot. If you want some nice running, don't go there. Because, I mean, you're doing 7 laps, and let's get real. It's if you've seen a mile of the course, you've seen all 14 miles. And half of it's sand and half of it's rutted up, hog ripped up service junk roads. That's it. It's not great for me. But I needed to get over there and get that done. And my biggest message, which I wanted to say at the beginning, and I'm saying it then, but that's fine. Because if you hung around this long, then maybe you'll and that's cool, because all the haters don't hang around this long, and they look dumb when they talk trash from what I'm about to say. If you're a hater, and you think you need plants or this or that, you need your carbs, you need your marshmallows and your Oreos, totally fine, man. Go for it. If you're happy, if you do well, go for it. Eat them all. I don't care. But if you're not happy, if you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror and you're like, hey, I don't like this, I don't like myself, or you go for a run and every day my knee hurts, my hip hurts, my ankle hurts, my back hurts. If you're having that, you might want to just think about it. That's all. Because, I mean, maybe I'm the only person on the planet, but I am. I don't have pains. I don't hurt. I thrive. everything I do. That sounds cocky, but it's just reality. When I don't do this no carb thing, I suck. I feel like crap, I'm depressed, and I'm a horrible person. I'm happy when I don't. Do you? If you're not happy and you want to be happy, it's worth a shot. Give it 3 months of your life. I'll even help you through it. I'm telling you, depression, any of these autoimmune issues, it's what you're eating. Just type 2 diabetes, overweight, just moody, lack of energy, aches and pains everywhere in your body. That's not normal, man. That's all that junk you're eating. Just telling you. I'm not, you don't have to listen or believe me or do it, but the ones that do, let's go. Alright, Hungryland 100, 130 miles in 31 hours and 30 minutes with a 2.5 hour nap. And I took a couple dirt naps in the middle too. I just didn't tell anybody. Alright guys, keep on keeping on. See you later.